Hi folks, and welcome to another video of mine. In today's video, we're going to be unboxing the Xbox Series S. Yes, I'm so excited. I was finally able to get my hands on one at retail price. Now, I've said this in my past videos before as well. I will say this again. I did not want to buy this from the gray market, and I did not want to give in to the demands of the scalpers. So I didn't want to spend any extra money unnecessarily and indirectly encourage the scalper. So I was waiting for an opportunity when this would be made available on the online stores like Flipkart or Amazon, and voila, my lucky day, I was able to get one from Flipkart. So today's video is going to be about unboxing the Xbox Series S and also taking a look at the initial setup. And wow, I'm really excited. So let's get this thing going and unlock the beauty. Let's get started, folks. Okay, let's quickly show you what's in the box. All right, so on the front you have the controller, the Xbox. Top again, the same thing. Effectively, more graphics of the device. On the back side you have the Power Your Dreams, and there's a little bit of information about your speed, playing thousands of games, Game Pass, and a next-gen form factor. And here you have some information about, I don't know if it's too bright, but you have information about the solid state drive, variable refresh rate, high dynamic range, blah blah, and all that stuff. And at the bottom, well, at the bottom you just have some more information, and the pricing is mentioned at the bottom. All right, so let's finally open this and find out what's inside. And again, pa 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 pa. All right, so let's open this up now. Good that I bought a pair of scissors. Whoops. And wow. And boom. All right, got that. Let's turn this around. And are there any other stickers? Well, there are stickers on the side as well, so in goes that. Wow. And out here on this side as well. Okay, all right, now as soon as you open it, I don't know why, but I'm getting this feeling that I've got like a flat slab or a flat egg because that's what it looks like. I don't know if you can see this on the camera properly, but this bit here, the cardboard bit, it actually looks like an egg tray. It looks like that. Trust me when I say that. And there you have it, your Series S. Well, it's got some weight to it, so it's quite, well, for the size, this is quite heavy. It says Power Your Dreams. Well, I'm definitely gonna power my dreams for sure. So like I said, it sits in this egg tray, and because of the fact that this is white, it looks like a flat white egg. All right, so now that we've got that, what else is in here? All right, well, you have got a handbook, some paperwork. Not going to take a look at that. Well, you have your power cable, which is in here. You have your high-speed HDMI, and I would recommend that you use the cable that comes along with it. And here you have the controller. Okay, so let's take a look at this as well. Let's open this, and all right, looks quite neat, doesn't it? So this is your controller, and does it come along with batteries? I suppose it does. Yes, it does come along with some batteries as well. So that's what's in here. Well, apart from this, there's nothing else here. So let's quickly take off all the paperwork, set it up, and let's get started, folks. Let's take this off. Zoom. Okay. And let's take the sticker off. And whoa, all right. Wow, look at this. It is so compact. It's quite heavy. So let's quickly take a look at the ports. You've got one USB here. There's the sensor to connect your controller. There's your power button. And move over to the back side. You have a LAN cable. You have two USBs, again, one HDMI port, one storage expansion, and one power, cord can go in here. And for every input, it has these, I don't know, it's kind of got like this bump. So in case, you want to reach out without taking a look at it, well, you can feel the bump and know whether it's a USB port or whether it's an HDMI port or whether it's a storage expansion. But this is what you have in terms of the input here on the Series S, and there you have the black grill where you have the ventilation out from. So wow, it looks like a very neat device, very tidy, and yeah, looks quite nice. Okay, speaking of the controller, it's got some very nice grippy feel here to it. I don't know if the camera will be able to pick this up. I'm just gonna try and zoom in. And it's got a nice grippy thing here. Let me just try to turn this off and see if this helps. Well, I don't know if the camera can pick this up, but it's quite nice. It's quite light. And this is your Series S controller. I just want to quickly show you how it compares to this, the previous generation, the 1S controller as well. Okay, I quickly want to show you, how it compares to the previous gen console, the original Xbox. This is that controller, and they're pretty much the same. As you can see, there's hardly any difference there. Well, there is one difference. Well, here you have that share button, which is missing on the original Xbox controller. So the share button, and apart from that, the setup of this part here, it's different, and I think it has a more tactile feel here. And the grip, well, the grip at the back, it certainly feels better. And in terms of the size, I think right around the top there seems to be a difference, but again, not much. They are more or less the same. I don't think there's going to be much of a difference while using them as well. I've always liked the Xbox controller more than the PS controller because it just feels right in the hand, I mean, it just has that feeling, which is missing from the PS4 controller. Of course, the PS5 controller is very good, but when it comes to the PS4 controller and comparing that to the Xbox controller definitely does a better job in terms of the feel, the grip. Okay, quickly wanted to discuss this point as well. Now, this is the old remote and this is the new one. Now, one of the biggest differences that you can find on the new one and that works in its favor is the availability of a USB Type-C in case you want to charge it. So if you're not using a AA battery like I'm using, if you're buying these separate batteries that go along with these Xbox controllers, and if you want to charge them, all right, then you can do that using USB Type-C, as you can see here. But on the older one, you don't have USB Type-C. So this is one of the biggest differentiating factors. And if you take a look at it from this angle, then you can see maybe subtle differences between the shape. Although there isn't a lot of difference between these two remotes, there's just a subtle difference, and that's mainly around this section here. I mean the top section here, this section here. All right, so just thought I will mention this as well because this is an important point. Small things really matter, the HDMI cable that they have provided, it's very long. The HDMI cable, as you can see, wow, look at the length of this thing, quite long. So again, good job Microsoft for providing such a long HDMI cable. It really means a lot. All right, look at how neatly this is sitting right next to my PS4 Pro. So that's my PS4 Pro. This is my Xbox Series S now. And if I really have to compare the size, if you take a look at it, I know my table is a little messy right now. I apologize for that. But look at the size of it. It's almost like it's half of how much the PS4 really is in terms of width. So in terms of the width, this is really sleek, and it sits beautifully on the table. It can in fact fit in everywhere, anywhere. That's how slim it is. And I really like it. The form factor is amazing. Now let's go to HDMI 3. That's where the Xbox is connected. Okay. Wow. It's well, it's quite something. So let's take the controller in hand. See what we can do with it. Let's switch the controller on. And I have got an Xbox app as well. So in case you do have an Xbox app on your phone, all you got to do is pull up that Xbox app on the phone. And oops, where's my Xbox app? Let's do this. Xbox. Here you have it. All right. One Xbox app coming up, and okay. So I've got my Xbox app on the screen. There you have it. I don't know if it's very clear. So I do that. Okay, that's my Xbox app. Now you can set your Xbox through your Xbox app as well. All you gotta do is just go over to this top icon right on top and set up a console. That is an option that you get which says set up a console. Now let me just brighten this up a little bit because you may not be able to see my screen otherwise. All right, so I'm gonna brighten the screen up a little. I hope this helps. Okay, so you've got that option of setting up a console. Hit that button. All right, set up new console. That's the option that you would want to select. And okay, let's go with setting up a new console because we're setting up a new console. So hit that up. Okay. Whoops. All right. Now enter the code on your TV. Now you see a code out here on the TV. You've got to enter that code on your phone. So let's quickly enter these codes that I see on the TV. I'm just going to enter them. Next. All right. So now I've got it done. And here it says confirm your language and location. Well, English in India. I'm in India. So English, India. Location, India. Yes. Proud to be an Indian. Now here it'll give you, various options to connect to your Wi-Fi. And just select the Wi-Fi network that you're on. And in this case, I will select one of the networks. Enter password. All right. Joining your console to Wi-Fi. Brilliant. It says connected. Continue setup on your phone. All right. I think it was already there. So now your console is online. You click on next. Let's update. The console needs a 771 MB update. That's what it says. I don't know if you can read this. Let me just zoom into this. All right. Yeah, there you go. You see that? It says the console needs a 771 MB upgrade. What else does it say? Which will be downloaded over its connected network. This will take a few minutes, but it's worth it. Okay, I do want to update. Okay, as soon as I clicked on that update, now as you can see, it is updating. Okay, while the update is happening, just also quickly wanted to talk about a power mode. It has a couple of them. Well, one is an energy saving mode and the other one is an instant on mode. One is an environmentally friendlier mode, which is the energy saving one. And the other one is an instant on, which is a faster startup, play, install and manage console games from your mobile device. I'm going to go with the second one, which is, don't hate me for it, guys. All you environment lovers, don't hate me for it. I just want to make sure that, I get the instant on my Xbox. So I'm going to select that option. And here it says turn on remote features. When remote features are turned on, your phone can communicate with your console anytime you want. Install games remotely to your console, use Xbox. Yeah, I want to turn this on. Now let's get you signed in with an Xbox profile. So I click on that next. And it's looking for a sign in now. Okay, Let's sign in. And security preferences. Well, ask for my passkey, lock it down, no barriers. On this Xbox, people can sign you in, see your data on web pages that use your Microsoft account, change your settings. I'm gonna go with the option which says ask for my passkey. I don't know, about you, but I'm just comfortable, by putting in a password for everything. So I'm gonna put in a passkey. Well, on this screen, you have an option of adding any of your family members. So in this case, I have my kid. I'm gonna add his account to this console as well, just in case he wants to play on this console instead of the other Xbox that I have at home. So I'm gonna add family. All right. And how we use your data. All right, that's fine. Level up your gaming experience. Here's how. Got gold or ultimate. Okay, yes, I'm in for it. When we share data with publishers, yeah, I'm all game for all this. Give your console a name. Okay. Den Xbox. All right. Let's select that. Next. Want to keep in touch? Xbox info and offers. I don't want info and offers. Publisher info and offers. I don't want any of this. So I'm just going to deselect that. Which apps do you want on your console? Wow. So I can actually select the apps that I want on my console. I do want Netflix. Yes. So I install it. I do want YouTube. Of course. Yes. And I do want Prime Video. Yes. And I want Spotify. Yes. I want VLC player. Yes. What else is here? Apple TV. Wow. Yes, I do want Apple TV. Any other app? Well, not so much. I can always select them later as well. But now I'm going to select these options. I'm going to click on next. All right. So copy your settings. If you want, you can select a console to copy your system. Backed up. If you want, you can. No, I don't want. I want to start fresh. Okay. Let's start fresh. But please note, guys, this is an important option. In case you want your backup to show up here, that means your game settings, etc. Then this is, the time you make this decision. If you have any backed up data, then you can, take that data from your previous Xbox. Or if you want to start fresh, you can start fresh as well. Okay, so here it says system update is complete. Now what you need to do is press and hold to turn on your controller. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to turn on the controller. And then press A. All right. I follow. Let's update your controller. Wow. So it's now asking for an update for my controller here. So let's update the controller. Now this is going to take us through another cycle of an update. Hopefully this will be shorter than the system update. All right, so my controller is updated. Hurrah. Let's click on that. And now waiting for the magic to happen. Find the best settings for your TV. All right. I do want to find out the best settings for my TV. Keep display, keep these settings. How does this look? Do you want to keep the display at 4K or try another resolution? Your display will go back to the last setting in, let's say keep display at 4K. We're going to play around with the setting a little bit, but let's say take me home. Okay, so now this is my Xbox page. It looks very familiar, by the way. Nothing's changed. It's the same layout that you have on the Xbox One even. I'm not talking about the S or the X. I'm talking about the original Xbox One. I've got the original Xbox One as well. Well, the interface, well, it's just about the same. I mean, almost the same in fact, except for that animation in the background. Well, you don't have that on the original Xbox, but apart from that animation, that stream that you're seeing, everything else is pretty much the same. It's the same experience. Wow. All right. Now, did it take any of my games or apps? All right. No, it didn't, because hey, you remember I chose to start afresh. Whoopsie. But in case you want to get your games and your backups, well, you can always set it up again. I chose to, go this fresh route because I didn't want any baggage from my previous console. Okay, now that we have everything set up, I do want to talk about the one feature which sets your Xbox apart from your PlayStation ecosystem, and that is your Xbox Game Pass. Now this is what is so good about your Xbox. I have another Xbox and I keep saying this at home, but I still bought the Xbox Series S. Well, look at all the games, you know, that you have. Now if I go over to recently added games, well, these were the games that were recently added. Now Last Stop, well, that's a brand new game that you see there. All right, and as it says, it's for your X and S, so it's a next gen game. And if you want to take a look at all the games that are in the Xbox Game Pass, then you have like 100 plus games, and there's so many that you can choose from. You would literally be spoiled for choice. Now that's how good the Xbox Game Pass actually is. I'm just gonna reduce the brightness a little bit. All right, and yeah, look at all these games. Dead Space, the entire selection of Dead Space games, 1, 2, 3, and even Dead Space Ignition is here. Let's talk about, you know, some of the newer games. Well, Evil Within is not a new game, but hey, it's good to know that it's on the Game Pass. You have games like Gears 5. Wow, the entire Gears, you know, series is here. And then you have Hellblade. That's one of the other good games which is there. Injustice, and all these games. Mass Effect, well, this is not the legendary edition, but it's there. Medium, it was launched on your Game Pass, so this comes along with it, and you can choose to download that as well. So many games to choose from. Again, like I said, you'll literally be spoiled for choice. Now look at this, Outriders. Well, Outriders is also available. So there's so many games, you know, which are here, and there's RDR as well, Red Dead Redemption, and there is Rise. Played this game, such a great game. It reminded me of that movie, The Gladiator, which had Russell Crowe in it, and it had a similar kind of a feeling, but it's amazing, you know, I mean, getting access to so many games all on your Game Pass. And this is what, like I said right at the start of this section, what sets the Xbox apart. Well, look at this, Yakuza. You've got Yakuza 0, 3, 4, 5, 6 even. Then you've even got their remastered collection. So all of it is here, and even Like a Dragon is here. So in terms of what you can play on your Xbox, you will never run short on games. And the good thing is all of this is included in the Game Pass. It even has EA games here, because the Game Pass Ultimate, which you have, I mean, which I have, well, it has all of that. Now, even A Plague Tale Innocence, well, this one has the, let me come out of it here. It has the logo of Game Pass X and S. So this is the version for your next gen consoles, the X and S. And whichever game is actually made for your next gen, you will have a logo there which says X and S. For instance, No Man's Sky, it has received the X and S console update. So whichever game has that logo, like here in this case, you see, so all these games have received the next gen update, and that is what will make it look even better than what it looked on your previous gen consoles. So even Gears 5, you see, it has the X and the S, so it's received that update. So again, you know, I mean, this is simply incredible. It's outstanding. I mean, I have, in fact, I've run out of words. Control is even here. Just look at it. There's Control as well. Wow. There's Code Vein in case you want to play it. And you've got your Battlefield series as well. Even the ones from your Xbox 360. And that's another thing that's good about your Xbox consoles, right? You can play games right from the first generation, the original Xbox that came out. Those games can also actually be played on your Series S and X. And backwards compatibility is outstanding on your Series S and X. And yeah, you've even got Arkham Knight here. So many options to choose from. Okay, now I did want to talk about the settings very quickly. So in the settings, I'm going to go over to your resolution and your hertz. Well, there's a 1080p. Let's see if I convert it to 1080p. I do want to check if my TV is capable of 120 Hertz. It is. So I'm confirming this, that your Samsung AU9070, all right, which is this television that I've got here, the bad boy in the background, it is capable of doing 1080p at 120 Hertz. Now here it gives you your TV information as well. Your TV supports 4K at 60 Hertz. It doesn't support 4K at 120 Hertz. It supports, so it clearly mentions here, you see that? Your TV supports up to native 1080p at 120p, all right? So my TV does support that. However, any of the Samsung TVs, they don't have Dolby Vision, so I won't be able to do Dolby Vision gaming, all right? So let's come back here and let's go back to 4K UHD. Okay, I do want to game in 4K and it goes back to 60 Hertz. 4K TV details. I don't want to do any calibration, video fidelity and overscan. I'm going to turn it all the way up to 12-bit. All right. Yes, color space standard recommended. All right, that's fine. That's all right. So this is, what I've kept my TV settings on. But in case you want to do 120 Hertz of gaming on your Samsung AU9070, that's possible. But you've got to dial down on your resolution. You've got to move from 4K UHD to 60 Hertz. Well, hey, I'm going to be happy with 60 Hertz, so I'm fine. All right, so that brings me to the end of this video, folks. Do let me know, what you think about this video. I know, there are a lot of things that I might have missed out on. In case you want to ask me any questions about the Xbox Series S, feel free to ask me about it and I'll be more than happy to come back to you in the comment section and answer all of your queries. Do not hesitate. I in fact look forward to your comments after I post every video of mine. So please feel free to reach out to me via the comment section. And also do remember to hit that like and subscribe button. It does matter a lot with the YouTube algorithm. It helps my channel grow. And if you want to see more content like this on my channel, then do hit that bell icon as well in case you want to get notified with all my latest videos. Well, that's a wrap for this one, folks. This is me signing off. And until we meet again in the next video, folks, take care, stay safe, and may God bless you all.